Good afternoon, everyone. We're here at the EWC 2024 conference in Anaheim, and I'm here with
Kerenza Alvarez with Intermed.
And
Agnes Hoberling with Intercare.
It's really good to see you folks here. I appreciate your sponsorship. Obviously, the EWC is one of the premier conferences of the year, and what we've found is that people are attracted to this conference because of the topics that they're presenting, and also the location is obviously important. But what are some of the things that you've seen so far, Kerenza, in the conference that have impressed you?
I think it's a big conference, in my opinion. There's lots of people, a lot of clients that we get to see, potential clients, our vendors, everybody gets to collaborate together. So I think it's important because we always don't get to do that, especially with the last couple of years with COVID.
So tell us a little bit about what Intermed does.
Intermed, we are a cost containment center, so we have bill review, we have nurse case management, we have triage, we have UR, we have an MPN, so we get to do all that side tied into our claims.
Wonderful. Agnes, tell us a little bit about what Intercare does and how this conference is an added value to you.
So Intercare is a third-party claim administrator, and we really work with our clients in making sure that we are helping them with their risk management solutions. This conference is very near and dear to my heart. I'm on the advisory board from the beginning in its foundation. And the first conference that we had was really just a networking session. And at the time, I made a suggestion to Deborah, if we want to attract more people and really become community-driven and help the industry, we got to have better sessions, attract better speakers, and have good sessions that people can go home and think about and help them in their daily jobs.
That's great information to share. Now, so what are some of the techniques that your advisory board is using to poll the hot topics right now in the industry?
The members of the advisory board, they are really talking to people in the community to find out what kind of topics they are very interested in, and then recruit speakers to address those topics. For example, the session that I was in today with Tyrone Spears for the City of LA and Tanya Parker from Safety National, it was really a call for action in the industry because we have a labor shortage in the industry. And what we are trying to do is encourage everyone to work together to solve that problem in the industry, because otherwise it's going to be a problem in the future.
Absolutely, I agree with you. I think that it's harder and harder to find skilled professionals that are coming to the industry. So what are some of the things that you ladies think we can do as an industry to attract more talent so they can look at workers' comp as a career? What's your opinion?
I think, and we've talked about it at our shop as well, of going into schools, people going into for medical assistant, medical billing and things like that, that if they're interested in the medical field, how about have an internship and let them come and get a taste of it? Because like you said, I think we have a lot of age in our industry. A lot of, when you ask, how long have you been in it? I've been on it 30 years. Well, we need the younger people to step into these roles. So I think we have training programs that our claims assistants or even our admin people, we offer that stuff to help build them up to be adjusters. And I think that's really important because we need that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that we have to encourage and mentor, right? And Agnes, in your third-party administration office, do you have the opportunity to bring up new people into the claims positions?
Yes, we do. And in fact, we've always had a training program, but we formalized it before the pandemic. And thank goodness we did, because I don't know what we'd do today if we didn't. We kind of anticipated that at some point in time, many of the claims professionals in the industry are going to retire. And in fact, if you go into the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, they are projecting that 400,000 professionals will retire in the next few years. So what we have done as a company is we formalized our training program at the end of 2018, beginning of 2019. Lo and behold, a year later, we had COVID, right? And the pandemic came. And so we have always, as a company, been what I call a learning organization. And you have to take it a step further than that. You can't just do your initial training program, give somebody a caseload, and they're done. You just have to do follow through. Learning is an ongoing thing. It's got to be a continuous process so that they can improve their skills. There was a point in the industry when we were focused on hiring college degree. But you know what? They may not want to be in this industry. And so you got to take a look at all kinds of other skills. Maybe it's better to hire people with no degree but have great common sense and great good judgment. Those skills and, get them into the industry. But at the same time, you got to make it fun because people think about insurance. It's not sexy. We got to figure out how to make it fun so that they stay.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a great advice and insight onto what the industry needs to do. I do believe that this conference has brought a lot of great professionals together. We've all been in this industry for a while, and I'm really looking forward to continuing to try to impress upon the future career-minded people that workers' comp really is a great career, and it can be very rewarding. Yeah. Right? And it has a lot of multifaceted opportunities, right? You have the managed care side, you got the claim side, and everything else in between. So tell me, Agnes, what are some of the hobbies and fun things you like to do besides work?
Well, Rudy, I am an avid gardener. And in fact, I've been gardening for the last, I would say, 25 years. My husband built container gardening boxes for me. And I have a salad garden and I have an herbal garden. I mean, you name it, I have it, and I bring veggies to the office. I look at gardening just like I look at family and business. You have to tend to them, give it your best effort to get the best results.
Oh, that's great. That's a lot of fun. I do some gardening myself, and you have to put a lot of time into it, but it is a lot of fun and very rewarding, especially when you get the fruit.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
What about you?
Well, first of all, I admire that because I keep telling my husband when he retires and we move into a different house, I want to have a garden where I have fruits and vegetables. So I love that. But for me, outside of work, I really like strength training. I think it's really important for women. I think we've always been pushed for cardio, and cardio is not what's going to make you stronger as we get older. If I want to lift boxes and help with this kind of stuff, I need to lift weights. So that's a big thing for me, and I advocate like women really need, it's not about men, it's about women too, getting in there and building strength.
What type of strength training do you do? Do you do lifting?
Yes. Squats, deadlifts, bench pressing, cable machines. We have a whole gym in our garage, which I love.
Good for the bones.
Yep, it is.
Good for the bones?
Good for the bones.
Good for the soul?
bones. Good for the soul. Yes, it's good for the soul.
Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
sharing that. I really appreciate your guys' time. Looking forward to a great day at the EWC
Yes, we are.
2024 conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you.